In the rugged mountains of Algeria, where the Aurès peaks pierce the sky, local Berber communities still tell stories of a woman who defied the greatest empire of her age. They call her Dihya, though history remembers her as al-Kahina, the prophetess. This is the story of how one remarkable woman led her people in a desperate fight for freedom against the Arab conquest in the 7th century, becoming one of the most fascinating figures in North African history. To understand Dihya, we must first understand her world. Around 680 CE, the Byzantine Empire clung to coastal North African cities, while the vast interior belonged to the Berbers, the indigenous peoples who had inhabited these lands since ancient times. The Berbers were not a unified nation, but a collection of fiercely independent tribes, each with their own customs and leaders. Dihya came from the Jarawa tribe, part of the larger Zenata Confederation. By the 680s, she had become the undisputed leader of the Berber resistance. In a world dominated by men, she commanded armies, made strategic decisions, and was both respected and feared. How she rose to such power remains unclear, but historians believe she must have been exceptionally charismatic, intelligent, and proven herself repeatedly in battle. The threat she faced was the Umayyad Caliphate, the Islamic empire that conquered Persia, Syria, and Egypt, now pushing westward across North Africa. In 670, Arab forces founded Kairouan in Tunisia as a military base, meeting fierce Berber resistance as they advanced. The Berbers were divided. Some fought, others converted to Islam and allied with the invaders, while others waited to see who would prevail. Dihya chose to fight. Around 688 CE, when Arab commander Hassan ibn al-Numan led a major campaign into Berber territory, Dihya assembled a coalition and met him in battle near Mesquiana in northeastern Algeria. In a stunning victory that Arab chroniclers reluctantly acknowledged, her forces routed Hassan's army, driving the Arabs back and halting their advance for approximately 5 years. She understood guerrilla warfare, using the mountainous terrain, ambush tactics, and supply line disruptions to turn the landscape itself into a weapon. But Dihya knew military victory alone wouldn't save her people. The Caliphate had limitless resources. What happened next remains controversial. According to Arab chronicles, she implemented a scorched-earth policy, ordering cities abandoned, orchards destroyed, and fields burned to make the land worthless to invaders. Modern historians debate whether this actually occurred or represents enemy propaganda. The truth likely lies between she may have strategically withdrawn populations and destroyed military resources. If the goal was to discourage conquest, it backfired. Many Berbers, especially those dependent on agriculture and trade, were horrified to see their livelihoods destroyed by their own leader. Tribal support wavered, and some defected to the Arab side. Around 693 CE, Hassan returned with a fresh army. This time, many Berber tribes chose not to resist or actively join in. Dihya's coalition was fracturing. The final battle occurred somewhere in the Arab Mountains. Her forces were defeated, and according to legend, she fought to the end, refusing surrender and died with a sword in her hand. With her death, organized Berber resistance collapsed. Within decades, most Berbers had converted to Islam, though they continued asserting their independence for centuries. The Maghreb became part of the Islamic world, a transformation that shapes North Africa today. Was Dihya's resistance futile? Did she die for nothing? The answer depends on how we measure legacy. Even Arab chroniclers, who portrayed her as an enemy, expressed grudging admiration, calling her al-Kahina and describing her as intelligent and fearsome. For Berbers, she became a powerful symbol of resistance and independence. In the 19th and 20th centuries, as North African nations fought European colonialism, Dihya was rediscovered. Algerian nationalists invoked her name as a symbol of indigenous resistance. Today, statues of Dihya stand in Algeria, streets bear her name, and she appears in art and literature. For the Amazigh Berber minority, she represents cultural survival and female empowerment. Yet, her legacy remains contested. Some Islamist groups view her as an enemy of Islam, while Arab nationalists see her as divisive. Feminists celebrate her as an early example of female leadership. The scorched-earth debate continues: desperate wisdom or tragic folly? Perhaps Dihya fascinates us because she doesn't fit simple categories. She made bold choices with terrible consequences, fought for freedom, yet may have destroyed prosperity. She was profoundly human, facing impossible dilemmas without clear answers. In the Arab Mountains today, elderly Berbers still tell stories about Dihya and point to ruins saying, "The Kahina fought here." History may not have preserved our complete story. The sources are fragmentary and biased. We will never know what she looked like or what she thought in her final moments, but we know this: in an age when women rarely led, she commanded armies. When resistance seemed hopeless, she fought anyway. In the face of unstoppable change, she chose defiance over submission. For these reasons, Dihya al-Kahina, the warrior queen of the Maghreb, will never be forgotten, and her story continues to inspire new generations seeking examples of courage, leadership, and resistance against overwhelming odds. If you would like to hear more stories like this, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and let me know in the comments the African woman I should explore next. Until next time, keep remembering, keep sharing, and keep honoring these wonderful women in African history. This is a story remembered truthfully.